The Carolina and Northwestern Railroad was at one point, when it was the Chester and Lenore Railroad, the longest narrow gauge railroad in the Carolinas. It was 120 miles long. And now, after being converted to standard gauge, 100 years later there's hardly anything left of it. It is broken. It is as broken as number 12 after being taken care of by Scott McCloud. It is abandoned. Part of it is still owned by Norfolk Southern in Gastonia, and part of it is still owned by Norfolk Southern in Newton, and there's a gap in between the two. There's a rail trail. There's two rail trails in between Gastonia and Hickory. Then, north of Hickory, it is the Caldwell County Railroad, and then nothing exists of it anymore in South Carolina. And so, today's video is going to show some of my explorations around the Carolina and Northwestern Railroad over the course of the past year. First, let's start at the south end of the Carolina and Northwestern Railroad. I recorded this sometime earlier this year, January. Now, Norfolk Southern still owns this railroad bridge, even though they've taken up the railroad tracks that were on it. They took up the railroad tracks that were on it in 2016 when they widened the road underneath this other bridge, which now no longer exists, but you can still see it for now on Google Maps Street View. It was at one point just a one-lane road, but now it's a two-lane road. And when they widened it, they tore the bridge down. But Norfolk Southern still owns the train tracks all the way up to the whatever this thing is. Now you can see here in this picture the Norfolk Southern main line, which leads from Charlotte through Belmont and Gastonia, and where the main line connects to the still existing portion of the Carolina Northwestern Railroad, which is still owned by Norfolk Southern. And it used to be, way back in the good old days, before they built the trench, the train track went straight across where the bridge is now, over to where the Highland Rail Trail is now. I know, Sir Purr, this is very interesting. And there, where the rail trail is, after they put the bridge in and dug the trench, they took the straight part of the track out. And they had this off-ramp, if you could call it that, and that's how trains got there. And they also had an off-ramp on the off-ramp, which led to where the Quick Trip is now. Now here's a not very good image that I have of my computer screen with the Gaston County GIS historical photo from 2000 on it. And look at how much it's changed. Look at how much it's ruined. But you can't fix that now. And here's the portion of the trail that goes where the train tracks used to go underneath 85, where 85 and 321 intersect. Here's some more of that, taken in June 2018. To get from 321 to 85 and look, in the GIS photo from the year 2000, they even have a Norfolk Southern train sitting right under the bridge. But now we jump to this road where you can see some construction being done, where they're going to build a shortcut to get from 321 to baseball field, I guess. And that little tunnel underneath that for the rail trail, where it diverts from the rail. This is Gaston County. If the North Koreans got bombed something, please let it be this. Here is the railroad crossing on, I'm not sure what road this is, but it's a shortcut to Gastonia from Dallas. Here is the railroad crossing in Dallas. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here, right to our right, crossing right here, was once where a railroad crossing was. And it went right along that fence line. You can see where it was, right? You see left, 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 left. That's where it went. Through the trees right there. That used to be a railroad crossing. One day I must put it back. The train tracks went through those people's backyards. Their fences are still
See where it was kind of bad.
Yeah. Oh,
Is there any track still on?
no, it's
They
just.
took it all up.
Yeah, but look at how close it was. You could see the Doppler radar from it. Such greatness. Went through that trench, through right there, through that ditch.
The house is up here on the left somewhere. There it is. Similar. So they have a porch.
I'll get that house for you and move you into it so you can look at my railroad. If we go straight through this light, like we are, we shall continue to follow the train tracks. here we are. The big barrier for the South Fork and Lincolnton Rail Trails. The bridge over the South Fork River.
I remember a long time ago.
You remember this bridge over there?
I remember that candy. I think it's before we bought our house.
So if I become president of the something, I make trillions of dollars off of YouTube and off of selling t-shirts, I could buy that land back and I could put a railroad there and I could say something offensive to Dallas.